Hello, this is Cuberized, and welcome to my Allthemodium 11 Let's Play. Well, in the last episode, we did the update to version 0.6.0, and I talked a little bit about that. Plus, we made two new genies, one to smelt items and the other one to be the crystallizer. We got into a little bit more of Ender.io, including making a bunch of the alloys and grinding balls for the sag mill, which is right here, and then made seeds where I could. Not all of them have seeds, and planted those. And then I did remove the generator, although I think I need to put it back because we're out of power again for the items. And good question is, where did I put it? So it might actually be in storage. The other things we did was bred some bunnies, and we claimed a bunch of quests, and we did the Ender.io vat and tank. And I made multiple vats. So let me see if I can find where I put the generator. But I do have, I created 4 soul jars and have those now filled with rabbit essence. So I can go ahead and make those seeds, and I have also, no, it's over here. There we go. So I've also moved that. Thankfully I have not. So let's make our rabbit seeds, get those planted, and then I will try to find where I put the generator. And I think rabbit is going to be orange, but let's double check. Yes, it is orange. And that's already in there. So we'll do that, and then I need solium seeds, not these. I need that. Perfect. Alrighty. So get this going. Oops. Here. Perfect. While that waits, I didn't move the generator down here. But this is the way I redid the vats. So I have seeds and produce going into this vat along with water to make hooch. And then I have been piping that, when I have a lot of it, into here, which is then being split into this vat and this one, both of which use hooch as the starting ingredient. This uses blaze powder and redstone to make fire water, and I have a tank holding that. And this one uses hooch, gunpowder, and redstone to make rocket fuel. How exciting does that sound? And all I have to do is wrench this, and we'll get this going again. And yeah, that will push everything into here, and we'll get more rocket fuel. Yes, if I drain this out completely, it will fill up with water. So I need to figure out a better way of doing that. But as long as there's a little bit of hooch here, no water will go in on this side. So this is working out well, and I'm processing through a bunch of junk seeds and potatoes and carrots. So that has been working fabulously. And speaking of that, I didn't put it on the roof, did I? No, I didn't. Where the heck did I put the generator. Nope, that's the vacuum. The vacuum worked really well here when I was doing work with the genies, and the Lumberjack has one to collect all the drops from the trees, and that has been working well. And I have one in the bunny and armadillo breeding area to collect the scoot that the armadillos drop and the coffee that the bunnies drop. And I still don't know where I put the generator. Did it fall into a hopper somewhere? I don't know. And that's bothersome. One moment. Okay, I found it and put it back out there so it will feed energy over into the fertilizer. So with all of that, oh, the other thing I did is I started work, and you can't really see it from here, but so this is the base, the magic, and the farming area. But over here, I am starting to build an area for all the machines. So not finished yet, but I am looking forward to moving the machines and our power generation that direction. Hopefully soon. So with that being said, I want to take a look at what quest we have, see if there's anything we can go ahead and claim. As I think there is, maybe, somewhere. No. Not that. I have a couple things here that we can build. Yeah. So the other thing is, at some point we actually need to look for the smithing templates for Allthemodium Vibranium and Unobtainium, and those are found in very specific areas. So we can either do that or get started on Theurgy. I think I'm gonna go do this. So yeah, so we want to find this, and once we get this, we can make multiples. We just need to get one. So we have to brush suspicious clay. So I have to find suspicious clay. And I have a brush here. Let's go back upstairs and put this away. And let's go down into... I want the overworld and... probably... If those are my choices, let's do bedrock. Okay, so I'm going to run here. Let me not fall in a hole. Okay. So what we're looking for is clay. Now, I did a quick look-see around here, and I didn't see any. So I either busted it inadvertently, or it wasn't here. So there is another this direction. If we take a look at the map here. So I kind of looked around this area and looked around this area, and I didn't see any. So I'm thinking we're going to try going around this area. And with that in mind, this looks like amethyst. This one I already cleaned out. It was gold. But this is probably also gold. That's probably redstone. And I'm curious to find out what that is. And that's green, and I'm wondering if it's emerald. So things we can go poke around and look at. And these are probably spawners with chests. So just some things on the map that we can make assumptions about. So let's go this way. And let me get out my handy dandy sword. And I haven't even finished clearing this all, but yeah, I did zoom around and I did not find any clay. And if anybody sees clay, yeah, definitely shout out. But there's still a lot of these things still around. Flying doesn't really make any sound, so I was able to, as I said, to scan around here looking for clay. And I did not really see any. I found a lot of gravel. I did not find clay. And yeah, this is what I want? No. Oh, these are the new spiders. Dig these guys out. They have little crystals. And they drop crystals. They'll sometimes drop crystals. And I'm going to stay away from that because that is something I do not want to trigger a warden. Yeah, this is not exactly the direction I wanted to go, but it's close enough. And I kind of wanted to see what that was. No, that's not a mimic. I attack the chests. It's funny. Oh. And that also means I do not have my backpack turned on. So we got some boots, some diamond and amethyst from killing these guys. This is an amethyst spider. The other one's got to be diamond. That has that diamond-looking gem on it. And I think there's emerald over there too. Oh, hello. Speaking of spiders. Hello. I just cleared that. And don't anybody get excited and trigger anything we don't want to play with. And yes, I will take that. I'll take that. I will take that, although I should be using an axe to get it, but that's okay. Same with this. And there. Alright, so what I was not that one. What I was trying to find is, I'm totally in the wrong area. I want to be over here. So, went too far. That's okay, we'll just grab that. So these are some of the new spiders. Oh, that's a web effect. I'm stuck. Okay, well, thankfully I can get out of it by going up. So where is this? Do we should we? Yeah, we should. We should. Let's grab that. All right, let's put that stuff away. Now, what is this? Immunity to blindness. That has a that has uses. Immunity to a lot of things is oh my. That's not overkill, is it? There's 4 of them there. And it looks like there's 2 here. Yeah, that's subtle. This is the gold gear I found when I was running around over here. Where is that? There it is. The giant opening I'm looking for. Because this will lead us over into this area. Okay, now there I saw clay somewhere. I saw one piece, I got very excited and I stopped. And I don't even know if it's going to have the thing in it. Oh, yeah. These, I found that and looted the chests and put that down, and then realized I should probably stop exploring so much off camera. Now the question is where did I find... There was clay. I know I saw clay here somewhere. Because I was thinking that I didn't see it in the other one and maybe it's not here at all. Oh. Hello. Okay, we'll get that later. So I clearly didn't come this direction, so I'm not sure where it is. That's a spawner. Yeah, let's get that before that comes to bite us. Ooh. Yeah, having these guys spawn and run all over the place is probably not a great idea. Ooh, slime spawn eggs. Yes, that's nice. We can make our own slime spawner. Okay, that still did not find me any clay, though. Oh, nice lava area. Come on, where's the clay? I know I spotted it somewhere. And I did resist the urge to actually pick up the chest, so we can do that. Not seeing clay. And I know I saw clay. I know I did. Somewhere. Yeah, I spotted it and then went, wait, I need to stop. And where the heck was it? Yeah, see, there's the gravel. There's gravel everywhere. I did only spot one piece, but I figured that was enough to, you know, warrant coming back and taking a look around. But now that I'm here, I can't find it. So this is not, I don't know if how, see there's more gravel, how rare it is to find clay, but from my experience, I'm going to go with extremely. Now there could be some hiding underneath the skulk, which is a possibility, and I didn't want to go around. See, there's more gravel, no clay. Didn't want to go around mining things and collecting things without being on camera. More gravel. So the answer is, okay, there's a spawner. Let's get rid of this before this inadvertently triggers something we don't want to have triggered. I wouldn't have even known if it wasn't spiders spawning right there. Oh. Well, at least I'm killing them faster than they're spawning. Kind of. Creeper eggs. Worker exploitation. Alright. Where is... There it is. These light grays. Here it is. Is there any over here? No. Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is what I spotted or if it was some other block, but here it is. So let me put this stuff away. There may be more here somewhere. So this does not look like a standard block of clay, and it actually even says suspicious clay. Because it's got some other textures in it. And hopefully we get lucky. Yeah, I think I just got lucky. I think that's what I just saw. Pop into place here. Let's see what I get here. We'll check that out in a second. It may be that this is all that it gives. Not sure. Let me go up to where it might be safer. Up out of the way, and let's see what we did get. Yes, 3 of those. And I got the 3 clay blocks. So let's take a look at suspicious. So we've got sand and gravel, which I'm very familiar with seeing that. There is also clay, which is what we got here, and soul sand. So if I look at, yeah, that seems to be all that one finds by brushing is this. So if you find a clay, you've got one. To make more of these, we just have to put netherite around and deep slate around it, and we double them. So that's good. So the vibranium is going to be found in the suspicious soul sand. And we have to go to a bastion to find that. So I think that is our next trip, is going there. So let's do that. See if we can find our all the vibranium template. And we need to go to the Nether. And the question, I guess, is do I have any other... No, I just have this one. So I need to find a bastion. And actually, I'm going to use this. And closest one is 500 that direction. Oh, when I reset the Nether to get the new biomes to come in, I lost my wither kill area and the witherproof blocks. So I'm going to have to make more of those. Not that we need to keep killing the wither, but it's nice that I need to kill it one more time to, or either that or auto-complete the quest to kill the wither. So we'll have to see, is there a way through there? It doesn't look like it. I'm going to keep going around. Well, there might be. Kind of, sort of. This so doesn't look like the Nether with the pinks and blues and yellows and reds. Though the reds were here, but I mean, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking biome with this. I especially love the blue with the cobalt obsidian. I think that's my favorite. So the good news is we can get... That's a mushroom block. I was going to say that doesn't look like gold. So we are looking for sand. So we're looking for... I don't know if it would be... And that's mushroom. And that's more mushroom. It might be in here. And I may have broken it. Directly or indirectly. Hello, guys. If it's down here. Which there is nothing here. Okay, and this is gravel, that's not sand. Oh wait, here's something. Suspicious soul sand. There we go. Oh! Shoot! Gravity took hold and it dropped it. Alright, I'm going to go through here real quick. I may have to kill some of the natives. But yeah, having the soul sand in the ceiling, yeah, I should have propped it up. I didn't even think about it. I got so excited I just started brushing. Because there's no way to know where it's going to be, necessarily. Okay, I don't... Oh, wait. I think I got one. Anybody going to attack me while I do this? I think I got something. Got it. Okay. Do we see any other... Let me, in fact, break this. Okay, let's do a quick look around. See if there are any others that are obvious. Not seeing any. There's one there and there's one down. No, there's not one down there. There's one up here, I thought. Yep, right here. Okay, and I'll break this so I don't wonder. So it looks like there was 3 in here, one of which I missed because it fell. There might be more, but I don't necessarily want to be ducking into every little nook and cranny looking for it. And I don't see any readily accessible from here. So yeah, I'm gonna say that we're probably done. Not seeing anything on the outside either. Okay, we got what we needed. So now we can actually go through and make unobtainium items. So let's go home. And yeah, so I should have 3 and then 2. Yep. And I don't know how many netherite I have. Let's take a look at that. I have quite a few. So we can definitely make more of these. And they're here. Yeah. So I will put these together in here. And let's go claim the quests. So if we can... Oh, we get another one. Oh, that's nice. How and where? Another smithing template. You'll have to earn these by beating trial spawners, which are found in the dungeon structure in the library rooms. Okay, so this. Got it. Okay, so we can make tools, the mace, and I think all of this stuff becomes unbreakable. Yeah, all this stuff is unbreakable. And I don't know about this. Oh, that's nice. So this is pretty amazing. Immunity to the Warden Darkness effect is nice. Magic damage, fire resist, or magic damage resistance, fire resistance, Depth Strider, immunity to wither. You can walk on lava, and oh, these are so nice. The one thing that isn't here is flight. So what does this give you? Every stat, so all of this. Get more magic resistance, and with the Unobtainium armor, yeah, you even get more. You ain't going anywhere. Knockback resistance, and you get 90%. So, yes. So the only thing, unfortunately, I'm disappointed about is the lack of flight. Because creative flight is amazing. But we will deal with that. Let me put these away. Okay, so I can make more of those as long as I have at least one. Yeah, and I think at this point, let me put this away. We're done using that. That's an extra, just in case. Yep, let's... And I think my food is still doing fine. It is. I've got so much. Let's go up here. Let me replant his trees really quick. So the vacuum hopper is sitting on top of an iron barrel. So anything that gets sucked into here automatically gets placed into here. He places into the barrel as well. So yeah, this is going really well, and that's his book. So he chops down trees when he realizes there's one that's grown. And yeah, he puts the, well, he chops it down, and before he has a chance to even pick up the items, the vacuum chest has picked everything up. I think I might have said vacuum hopper, but the vacuum chest has picked everything up. And dude, you want to just, okay, you want to be right there. Got it. Okay. Sidetracked momentarily. So what I have done also between episodes is I brought the 4 librarians up here. These two do mending and silk touch, and these two do fortune and looting as their first book. After that, it's a kind of free-for-all what they do. The beauty of this, this is called the Enchanter from Ender.io, which we made recently. So that is this. And so what you do is, if you want a specific enchantment, as opposed to doing what I did with these guys, in terms of, you know, rotating through their trades until I find the right book I want. If I want, like Fortune is a great one to get here. We look at these are sorted alphabetically, so we just go to Fortune. Here's Fortune 1, 2, and 3. And you just give them a certain number of emeralds and lapis and a book and quill, and he will give me a fortune book if I give him enough experience as well. So it's experience, lapis, and emerald. These guys will do everything for emeralds. So, and it's kind of like also a combination of what you get with trading with a villager, where you need emeralds, and what you need if you actually go to the enchantment table and try to get an enchantment. You need to spend lapis and experience. So this is kind of a merger of those, but the beauty is you get exactly what you want. So if I get emeralds and I get lapis, and then I grab I think I might have a book. I have exactly 1 book and quill. And then I grab some experience. Don't know how much I have in here. I have a lot. Okay, I just gave myself 30 experience, and I come over here and I put this, and I put this, and I put this. This is my Fortune 3. Now, if I wanted something, I could actually remove some of these emeralds and lapis and actually take this down. But this technically would take 3 emeralds and, what was it, 9? Yes, so this is fortune 3. And experience. And it 27 levels of experience. And so I've got it. Exactly what I wanted. So it's a little bit more heavy with what you have to give it, because you have to give it emeralds, lapis, and experience. But you get absolutely exactly what you want. So if you need, say, let's do book and quill again, so I can actually make this, not there. Here. So one of the things I know I want that I don't have is on my bow, which is a very good bow at the moment. I get crit chance, arrow velocity, and arrow damage. It's unbreakable, so the mending is actually from before it was unbreakable. When you get up to this tier 5, it becomes unbreakable. So before that I had mending on it. But I can take here and let's look it up first. Is let's do the Enchanter again. And so I'm looking for infinity. Infinity. I'm going to need grains of infinity and lapis. So that's not too bad. Should have that in here. Yep, there's a grains of infinity. So put grains of infinity. I don't even care how much lapis, we'll just throw a bunch in here, and a book and quill. It should give me infinity, and it does. And I don't have enough experience. How much experience was that? Let's do it this way. 17 and 15 lapis. So I've got that, and there we go. Now I have infinity. So yeah, it's a very, very nice way to do things. And I can leave the lapis in here or not. So it's a great way to do enchantments if you can afford to do it that way. And let me put this back on. And yeah. So the other thing I did over here was I had set up very, very early on back in the base this mercury distiller and this pyromantic brazier. This provides it power by you give it coal and it creates a flame, and that powers this. And you feed, I've been feeding it seeds. You can feed it almost anything to get mercury shards. So if we look, this is what we're getting. And to make this, you get this here, and this tells you some of the things. I mean, it's got 9 pages, but it tells you things you can feed it to get mercury and how many pieces of mercury you're going to get. So I went with things that are in this category, which are all the seeds. And so I've been feeding it mostly wheat seeds, but I will feed it any seeds. And you get 1. So it's not, you're feeding it 3 seeds to get 1 mercury shard. I'd rather do that than feed it diamonds. And I've been doing this for a while, and I have a few mercury shards tucked away. And this is where we need to start with Theurgy. And Theurgy and occultism, though both mods are done by the same person. So I'm going to try to get some of this set up here, and we'll see if I can squeeze it in the corners here. This particular ritual diagram, when completed, is going to be a very, very large circle. This one is going to be a very, very large diamond shaped, because it's already that shape. It's just going to keep getting bigger. This one is going to be almost square with like slightly rounded corners. And this one is going to be, you know, complicated shape. It's so I'm going to try to use this little corner here and maybe the corners of this to try to do Theurgy in. If not, if I don't have enough room, I'll just expand this outwards and make a wing dedicated just to Theurgy. But with that in mind, let's talk about what we need to do after this. So we can, well, let me tell you a little bit about what Theurgy is. And so occultism is all about summoning things. Theurgy is all about alchemy. So you're taking something and breaking it down or making it into something else. So think of turning lead to gold, that storyline where you give somebody lead or straw spun into gold. You're taking one thing and making it into another. So that's what this is doing. It's so we're taking something and making it into mercury shards. We're going to take something and make it into liquefied sal ammoniac. Ammoniac? Yes. So there's crystals, these pink crystals that you find, and we're going to make that into a liquefied version. And then we take items and make them into their corresponding sulfurs. And then we take, you know, and make things into their corresponding niters. And then based on how you combine all these different things, and I know it sounds overwhelming, it's not actually that bad. It's actually a very powerful thing to create. And it's not terribly complicated. You get to be able to take things like, I'm going to take things I have an abundance of and make it from something that's very abundant, like wheat seeds, like coal, and make it into something rare or precious. So what this is looking like when we take a look at Theurgy, an easier way to explain this is you have items can be classified in two ways. One is how rare is it? And so it goes abundant, common, rare, precious. So Allthemodium is precious. Wheat is abundant. Gold, I think, falls into rare. But when you're looking at something, it will tell you what it is. Like, I think this is Allthemodium. Yes, it is. So it'll say, if you look here, it says precious, and that's how rare it is. If I grab something else at random, there we go, something at random, honeydew, it's abundant. So crops tend to be abundant. And they tend to be crops. Let me get something else. What is this? Spruce log. Okay, abundant, it's a log. So the first thing tells you how rare it is. And again, it goes abundant, common, rare, and precious. Allthemodium is very precious, but Allthemodium precious is on par with Unobtainium, which is also a precious metal. So if you have a lot of Allthemodium and you don't have a lot of Unobtainium, you can conceptually, through Theurgy, convert Allthemodium into Unobtainium. Yay for that. And vice versa, depending on what you have and what you need. But the other thing is you can take something that is abundant, and I'm trying to think of an abundant Theurgy. Let's try coal. Yes, abundant other minerals. So taking something that's abundant and then making it, let's see, turning coal into glowstone, uh, or redstone, or sulfur, uh, which is where you're actually upgrading it from abundant to common. So kind of the gist. So what we need to do is we can set some of this stuff up with automation to be able to, and I'm going to use this in air quotes, pipe things in and out, whether we use hoppers or whether we use, Theurgy has its own transmission piping system, if you want to call it piping. So let's get some of this stuff going. First thing is I'm going to want to put coal in here. So I'm going to want probably a barrel, and that's not what I wanted. And just a little barrel is fine. And let's grab some coal. And that will work. Do we have... I can't remember. Do we have tiny... Yes, we have tiny coal. So let me grab a bunch of this. Let me grab essentially what would be a whole barrel full. Okay, so I'm going to put, let me put this down here. For now, to keep it out of the way. And we're going to put our coal in there. So I want to supply coal from here to this pyromantic brazier. And then I want to put in here something I want to convert to mercury, which I have a bunch of seeds I brought along with me. And oh, look, some more barrels. Okay, so let's do that. And I will put that again up out of the way. This thing has some automation it likes to do, which is fun. And I don't know if it likes all of these seeds or not, so we'll give it some and see what it does with them. I know it likes the wheat seeds. I haven't checked the rest. I could, but... Alright, and as I said, I've been doing this using hoppers. So I would have a hopper throwing coal in here, and I would have a hopper that is putting seeds in here. But we're going to try to use the system that comes with Theurgy. And if we take a look at Theurgy, now we're moving... I'm spelling Theurgy wrong. Okay, so here's Theurgy. So we've got these things like these sticks. This is item. This is fluid. That we're going to leave alone. And that's flux. Yeah, so we'll deal with that later. So we want to move items. So this is, it's almost like having an input and an output. This is an inserter and an extractor. So we're going to make one of each of these. And again, we need mercury shards and copper. This is the same, and you can flip it. So you can make two of one of them and then flip one to become the other, which is happens. Let's see here. So I need So I already have a bunch of these, and I'm going to need to make 2 of these. Okay, so I've got this and this. For now, that's good, and this one I'm going to switch to the extractor. So the other thing is, to connect these things together, you need wire. And the wire looks, oh, that's the node, that's not the wire. Where is the wire? Oh, there it is, right there. So this is copper wire, more mercury, which is why it's good that if you get this started to make mercury, it helps really quickly advance everything. So actually I need a whole nother set of these. Because I need to do this twice. So let me make 2 more of, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Make 2 more of these. As extracting, there's inserting. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So we want to extract from here. So shift right click, and we want to insert here. And then we're going to use a wire from here to here. See the little wire? Little copper wire. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to pull out from here, extract from here, and we're going to insert here, and we're going to put the wire. Now these are items. You can do this with fluids. So this just turned on, and this has the animation where it floats. Kind of looks weird with that being there, but that's okay. Yeah, and the seeds are in here, and they're going in here. So this, by the way, doesn't have a an interface. A lot of times when you're playing around with a machine, you can open up the interface. There is no interface, but you can look at this and see, oh look, it's got 64 coal in it, because it says at the very top of the screen 64x coal. And here it has some flax seeds and some mercury shards, and it has stopped. Why has it stopped? Let me take the mercury out. Okay. It may not like flax. Yeah, it doesn't like flax. So flax is a no-no seed, I guess. Let me put that back in here. So it doesn't like flax. So I'll put this in there. Let's see. And I've got a lot of flax, so we'll take all the flax out and put other seeds in. What I get for not checking. I know it'll like these. Now the other thing we can do is we can have another chest, barrel, and I can put it, say, here. And we can make another pair of these. And I can then, we can extract, let me get this out of the way. We can insert here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope, still not what I wanted to do. There we go. This is the insert into the chest, and we are going to extract from here. So what I want to be able to do is have the seeds go in here, have the coal go in here, and then the resulting mercury shards come out and go in there. That's the hope. And I just pulled them out. Okay, don't click the container. Give it a second and we'll get this going. And so wire needs to go from here to here. So the mercury shards, no, I think I'm getting the seeds coming out. Yes, I am. Let's break that. Okay, I'm going to need to do something different here. First of all, I don't know. This is using wheat seeds. Okay, so I don't know if... Let me see if it takes these other two seeds. So if I put this here and this here, we know it doesn't take flax. Beet, I know I saw it does take. So let me pull out. Okay. The broccoli seeds are in there and it's not doing anything, so it doesn't like broccoli either. But it will definitely take these. And it should take the beet as well. So not every seed, but a lot of seeds. And it'll take the beet. So that'll definitely keep us going. So I need a way to filter, and I think there's a way to do it. That's not it. That's not it. That's... I will have to figure it out. It might be this I need. Because it has its own wrench. Of course it does. Okay. So, and I think if I click on, right-click on this, nope. Okay. Can I click on the wire? Can I shift right click on the wire? No. Okay. Let me get the little bit of trial and error here with this. Okay, it doesn't like the onion seeds either. Well, that's actually okay, because then I can figure out how to get this cycle direction. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Crouch and scroll. Okay, crouch and scrolls. Crouch and scroll. Here we go. Hmm. I will have to, there's got to be a way to do it without getting the seeds. But until then, I've got things connected, and yeah, it'll keep doing its thing. Just wish there was a way I could tell it. Huh. I'll figure it out. But ideally, we'd want to have the mercury shards come out and get stored in a barrel. So far, these are going well. Yeah, and then between episodes, I will go ahead and figure out how to tell it just to move the mercury and not everything. Yeah, and I will, when we get started again next episode, I will have that answer, hopefully, and then we'll be able to go on and put down a few more Theurgy items. If you have any questions or comments about the episode, please put them down below. I do read everything and reply. If you did enjoy the episode, please give me a like. I really appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel and get more content out there. And subscribe if you've not already done so to get alerted to new content as I make it available. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you at the next one. Cuberized signing out.